Hi everyone and welcome to today's Root Chakra Yoga Flow. We start in a seated position. Cross your legs in front of you and maybe bring a block or a bolster under your sitting bones. Bring your hands onto your knees or thighs and gently close your eyes. Try to notice every part of your body that touches your mat or your floor. Feel how you are rooted into the ground and how much support you receive. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale and let go of anything that is not longer serving you. Then slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands right next to you. Inhale, reach your arms up high, palms touch. Exhale, bring the prayer down to your heart. 4 more like this. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the energy down. With each inhale, you can look up. And with each exhale, close your eyes and turn your gaze down. One more. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high, palms touch as we did before. Relax your shoulders down. Keep your palms together. Exhale and lean over to the left side. Deep breaths here. Roll your shoulders open to the ceiling. Then come back to center. Exhale and lean over to the right side. Maybe you can even gaze up to the ceiling. Your shoulders should stay away from your ears. And focus on your breath. In and out. Then come back to center and bring your hands down to your heart. And slowly release your block and extend your legs in front of you. Flex your feet so your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your hands down right next to you. Feel the support of the mat here. Reach the crown of your head up high to staff pose. This pose looks pretty easy, but it's actually quite challenging for most of us. So just try the best you can. Then cross your legs. Bring your hands down on the mat in front of you. Tuck your toes. Lift your booty up and back to downward facing dog. Start to warm up your hamstrings here. Bend one knee and then the other. Firmly press into your palms. Your fingers are spread wide and your middle finger points right to the front. Reach your sitting bones up high and let your chest melt down to the mat. Then look between your hands and step your right foot to the inside of your right hand. Bring the left knee down and release the toes. Level your hips and bring your torso up to a low lunge. You can also reach your arms up high, right next to your ears, but relax the shoulders down. Exhale, bring your hands back down. Lift the left knee up and step back to downward facing dog. Same on the other side. This time step the left leg up. Lower the right knee down and release the toes. Make sure that your left knee is above the ankle. First level the hips and then let them sink down a little deeper. And maybe bring your arms up high to this low crescent lunge. Then bring your hands back down, framing the left foot, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot to the inside of the right hand, but this time pivot the left heel down so the left foot is parallel to the back end of the mat. Inhale, bring the torso up to Warrior 2. Find stability here. Maybe you have to adjust the placement of your feet. Your hip is open to the left side. Your right knee is above the right ankle. Let your hip sink down as deep as possible. Then spread your arms out wide and look over the right middle finger. Feel the strength and power of this pose. Then bring your left hand onto your left leg. Inhale and reach the right arm up and to the back to reverse warrior. Stay low in your hips and feel the gentle burn in your right thigh. Then come back to Warrior 2 and cartwheel your hands down to the inside of your right foot. Come onto your left toes. Walk your right foot to the right edge of the mat to lizard pose. Shift the weight into the right foot and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Then sit back down here to Yogi Squat, Malasana. You can bring a block or bolster under your sitting bones. The goal is that your heels are down on the mat, but if you have to keep them up for the moment, that's totally fine. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart and press your elbows against the insides of your knees and let your heart shine forward. Then release the block, extend the legs and come to forward bend. Heel toe your feet closer together so they are about hip width apart. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe grab opposite elbows and swing from left to right. And release the arms. Bring your hands onto your shins. Lift the torso up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, relax back down to forward fold. Inhale and reach the arms up high. Bring your torso up. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Then bring your feet closer together so that the big toes touch. Reach your arms up high overhead. Exhale and sit back down to chair pose. Tuck your tailbone in so your booty is not popping out, but your whole spine is a long straight line. It helps me to think bringing the sitting bone down to the heels instead of sitting back on a chair. Stay strong here. Engage your thighs and your core, but don't forget to breathe. Then first bring your hands down and then extend your legs again to forward bend. Then step your right leg back, pivot the right heel down and prepare for Warrior 2 on the other side. Bring your torso up and spread your arms out wide. Your left knee is right above the left ankle. Your right leg is straight. Open your hip to the right side and let your pelvis sink down a little deeper. Bring your torso right above the pelvis. We tend to lean forward here a little bit. Then relax your shoulders down, but stay strong in your arms. Bring your right hand onto your right leg. Inhale, reach the left arm up and to the back to reverse warrior. Then come back to Warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down to the inside of the left leg. Come onto the right toes and walk the left foot to the outside of the mat. Shift the weight back and forth and then try to step the right foot to the front to Yogi Squat. Find your variation here. Using a block is not cheating. Let your hips sink down as deep as possible. Make your spine long and reach your heart to the front. Bring your hands down in front of you and extend your legs to forward fold. Bring the feet back to hip width apart. You can generously bend your knees here. Then bring your hands onto your shins. Extend the legs, lift your torso up halfway. Exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up high, come up to standing. Exhale, bring the hands to a prayer in front of your heart. We will now practice tree pose. Shift your weight into your left leg and lift your right foot up. You can bring your right foot to the inside of the left leg, wherever it feels good, either to the inside of the thigh or down on the shin or ankle. Just make sure that you roll your right knee back, but keep your hip parallel to the front. Then try to find your balance here. Maybe you find a focal point in front of you. Try to extend your arms over your head. And if you want to challenge your balance here, slowly start to bend over to the right. Remember, it's okay if you fall. Just come back into the pose. Then bring the right foot back to the mat. And we try the same on the other side. Lift your left foot up and bring it to the inside of the left leg. Everywhere is okay, just not on the knee. Then first, find your balance and then grow your branches up high. And if you feel stable here, slowly bend over to the left side, like your tree is bending in the wind. Feel the roots in your right foot growing into the mat. And come back to center and bring the left foot back down on the mat. Sit down on the mat and come back to staff pose that we practiced at the beginning of class. Make sure that both of your sitting bones are grounded down into the floor. So maybe you want to pull away the flesh below them a little bit to the sides. Flex your feet, roll your shoulders back, make your spine long, then bring your fingertips down on the mat a little bit behind you. Your spine stays straight and long, but start to bend forward to the seated forward bend. Think about belly to thigh and not head to knees. If you feel good here, you can bring your hands to the front and reach for your ankles, your shins, or even your feet, but try to stay long in your spine. We stay here for a few breaths. Then slowly walk the hands back in, lift the torso up, bend your knees and hug them in, and then start to roll back and forth a little bit. If you have issues with your spine and this exercise hurts, just lay back down and wait for us. Then let everyone lay back down on the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe lift your head up and bring it to your knees. One deep breath in and out. Release this little ball. Extend your legs out wide. Let your feet fall to the sides. Bring your arms next to you, palms facing up. Relax your shoulders away from you. Your neck is long. Then close your eyes. Savasana. Then slowly deepen your breath. Stretch your arms over your head and roll over to one side and slowly come up to a seated position. You can bring your hands into your lap. Close your eyes and visualize your root chakra at the end of your spine. Maybe you can see a red light at the end of your tailbone. Feel the nourishment from the energy of the earth. Take a deep breath in and send the air down to your root chakra. Slowly exhale through your nose. One more. In and out. Then slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Bow your head down. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.